Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fins Up Network. And as you know by now, the Miami Dolphins finally made their first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. And it came exactly where we thought it was. No trade ups, no trade backs. Round three, number 102 overall. And as you can see, Channing Tindall, linebacker out of Georgia. And as I'm sure you all were watching how everything played out, Nakobe Dean sliding to the late third round, Dolphins getting on the clock, Leo Chenal being on the board, a couple of other guys being on the board. And honestly, I like the idea of drafting a linebacker. I got to be honest, though. I don't know if Channing Tindall would have been my preferred choice. I'll go outright and say it. He's not. I get it. There's some pros to his games. We're going to cover those in this video right now. I would have rather had Chenal. And guess what? He goes right after pick 103 to the Kansas City Chiefs. But let's talk a little bit about Channing Tindall here, linebacker out of Georgia. I said it. The first thing that pops off the charts to you is that athleticism. 4.47 speed, athleticism, speed off the charts. Chases down ball carriers. If he doesn't have a defender in his way, he has the speed. He has the ability to chase down those ball carriers with ease. He plays off his instincts. He plays on his athleticism. That's what he does. Big hitter as well. Body tackler, sure tackler. He has a stat out there. They showed it during the broadcast, like led the SEC in like the fewest missed tackles. So he gets it done. And if you think about him, what he does as a blitzer, because we know Miami likes to do a blitz heavy defensive scheme. They like to blitz their linebackers. They don't really blitz them off the edge, and that's good because the Channing Tindall doesn't really have moves to create for himself off the edge. But what he does, he's more of a blitzer up the middle. If he can get in those double A gap pressures, like what we see, like a guy like Jerome Baker doing, he can have his way because of that speed, because of that athleticism to penetrate that hole and to get to the quarterback. Look at the tape against Tennessee. If you just search that one out, it's going to pop up. 3 sacks in that game, which was about half of his sack production all of last year. But it's that double A gap pressure, him timing that perfectly, and him almost being untouched in that game. But if you look about his time at Georgia, here's a concern. He never started a single game for the Bulldogs. But despite never starting a single game for the Bulldogs, he finished third on the team in tackles last year. So you know he's got something going on in that aspect. But you look at him as a coverage linebacker as well, because he's not really this do-it-all linebacker like a guy like maybe like a Troy Anderson would have been or a Nakobe Dean would have been. He gets a little bit lost in coverage. He trusts his athleticism a little bit too much. He can get faked out. He can take some wrong steps. He bites on play action. If you also look at his time when he was at Georgia, no pass breakups, no interceptions. So I don't want to say he's an outright liability in coverage, but the say that it's a strength would be a bit of a long shot. Look at him against the run as well. If he has a free lane to the running back, he's great. That's perfect. Sure tackler, hard hitter, body tackler, he's not missing. But if he's got someone in his way, he struggles to disengage. He struggles to get off those blocks. He can be blocked by NFL-sized offensive linemen. And also, if you look him at Georgia, what did we see in the first round of the NFL draft? We saw Georgia defenders going, seemed like every damn other pick. He had to shine in this defense. He was playing with so many great players. So it's really going to be interesting to see how he looks at the next level, because he was playing with so many NFL talent guys already that he just had clear lanes. He had open paths to runners. But yeah, just kind of recapping here. He's not the run thumper. He's not the outright linebacker coverage guy. He's not the do-it-all guy. He's the guy that you want to put in a position where he can use his athleticism to avoid blocks, to basically roam and use that athleticism to play to his strengths. But that's the Dolphins pick right there. Third round, 102. Tomorrow, Miami is back on the clock in the fourth round at pick 125. So we'll be doing a video like this for every single prospect that the Miami Dolphins draft. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. In the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on Tindall, the Dolphins' third round selection. But until tomorrow, Miami Dolphins fans, have yourself a great night.